If you played Minecraft lately, you may have noticed the many giant bees and beehives, bee nests, that are scattered across the game's biomes. Hello learners, welcome to Trick Science. With the bees in this game being overly large, cuddly nightmares, oh who am I kidding, you're just adorable, that go around making honey and pollinating 70 out of 100 of the world's top food crops that account for 90% of human nutrition, it begs the question, why are the bees in this game so large? Well, the answer is simple: so we can see them. Or, in the pursuit of learning some important facts about our helpful friends, is it because, much like what's currently happening on our own planet, Minecraft's bees nearly went extinct? You see, US National Agricultural Statistics show a honeybee decline from about 6 million hives in 1947 to 2.4 million hives in 2008. This may not sound big, but between October of 2018 and April of 2019 alone, 40% of US honeybee colonies died. Given that winter is typically when bee colonies commonly see a decline in their population, it's usually only by 5 to 10%, with that population decrease being replaced by new bees in the spring. Currently, bees can't keep up with the rate that they're dying off at, and this problem is much worse than people think and how certain pesticide-producing chemical companies are making it out to be. So what does this dire threat have to do with the giant fluffy bees in Minecraft? Well, nature is great at selecting and passing on the most helpful traits that allow a species to survive and therefore reproduce. This process, as many of you may know, is called natural selection, such as when deer mice migrated to the light-colored sandhills of Nebraska. The mice with darker colored skin were killed by predators, while mice with lighter skin survived and were able to pass on their genes. For some reason, in the world of Minecraft, bees that were larger continued to survive while smaller bees died off. And apparently the selective force was so selective for bee size that the larger the bee was, the more drastically increased its chances of surviving were. So what was this selective force in Minecraft? I mean, Minecraft is full of terrible creatures that come out at night, so smaller bees could be ineffective at stopping a creeper attack, while a few larger bees could do some damage, possibly sacrificing themselves and causing the creeper to explode. Or it could more likely be to combat the giant spiders, as some spiders are known to set up webs and flowers in the hope of catching honeybees, along with other insects. But even more likely, it could be due to the one single force that roams around Minecraft both day and night. A species that for some mysterious reason is mostly dead and gone, rarely to be seen by most Minecraft inhabitants, but leaves a mark on whoever it comes in contact with. Steve. Or more importantly, us. Save for the mysterious reason that humans, as intelligent as they are a rarity in Minecraft. That's an episode for another day. Humans like Steve are the only creature that even seem to bother honeybees, as mobs don't attack honeybees or their nests when they come out at night. Mobs even go so far as to avoid honey blocks in the game. The only Minecraftian brave or foolish enough to bother bees, steal their honey, destroy their nests, and take away their natural habitat is humans. If humans were the selective force for larger bees, everything does come together. Since the bigger the honeybee, the more likely they are to drive off a Steve attack and protect their nest. Given that larger honeybees, the only species of bee alive in the world of Minecraft, mind you, are far more intimidating and are actually able to do some real-life threatening damage to Steve as they poison him, taking down 3 to 4 hearts with each sting. So while all the smaller bees were dying off to the natural selection pressure of rampaging humans, they just couldn't repopulate at the rate they were being killed off at. And even more curiously, that seems to be the same with nearly all of the insects in Minecraft, as we never actually see a hint of any other insect species throughout the game. Now, these may seem like wild theories, but they are strongly reinforced by the undisputable fact that none of the insects, let alone alone bees on our planet can keep up with the rate that they're dying off at. In the first ever global research study of its kind, scientists found that the total mass of insects on the planet is decreasing by 2.5% per year, meaning in 10 years we will have a quarter less of insects. In 50 years, only half of all insects will be left, and in 100 years, by the time 2119 rolls around, there will be no bees and insects left alive on the planet. A casualty of the sixth mass extinction. An extinction not due to an ice age or asteroid, but due to humans. And you know how I said the loss of bees is a dire threat? Well, given that bees and other insects serve as food sources for birds and other animals, as crop pollinators, pest controllers, and nutrient recyclers in soil, the complete loss of insects will have phenomenally catastrophic consequences for the planet's ecosystems and for the survival of mankind. This may explain a lot of why the remaining insects are giant human-killing machines and why there's only a few human villages scattered around the world, along with one other guy running around chopping everything in sight. But again, we'll tackle that in another video. The more articles and published research papers I read to make this video, the more I realized just how alarming the situation was, that I didn't know how affected all insects were by humans. No more insects on planet Earth by 2119? That's crazy. But there's hope. In an effort to combat this terrible situation due mainly to pesticides and habitat loss, the Honeybee Conservancy has been taking action to save the bees that are responsible for nearly 1 in 3 bites of food we all eat. The link to their website where you can learn more about what's happening, donate, and simple ways that you can stop the bees from disappearing for good is linked in the description below. Anyways, that's just some lovely science. Biology, take care of our planet, science! See you learners on the flip side!